Hello and welcome to AKM's English class. Let's learn and make others learn.
Hello friends, welcome back to AKM's English class. Today we'll discuss about direct and indirect speech part 2. Indirect speech for interrogative sentence or question sentence. Changing interrogative or question sentence into indirect speech depends upon the nature of question, and then we can change according to the rules. It means that when we change interrogative or question sentence into indirect speech or reported speech, it mainly depends upon the nature of question. The nature of question, and it means that interrogative sentence are mainly two types. One is yes or no type questions and the other is WH questions. And after that we can change according to the rules. According to the rules what we have discussed in our previous video. Now let's discuss how to change yes or no type sentence into reported speech. To change yes or no type question sentence into indirect speech, if or whether is used, and this is very important. If or whether is used. Next, the reporting verb gets changed into asked or questioned. So we change the reporting verb into asked or questioned. Next, we need to change the question sentence of direct speech into a statement. So when we are changing yes or no type question sentence into reported speech, we will first change the question sentence into a statement. It means into a declarative sentence. Then we have to follow the previous rules for changing the tense of the sentence. So, as you know, these are the some basic rules to change yes or no type sentence into reported speech. Now have a detailed explanation of how to change yes or no type question into indirect speech. Look at the picture. Mary said to her brother, "Do you like watermelon?" And if we change this sentence into indirect speech, the answer will be Mary asked me if I liked watermelon. So here you can see the reporting verb said gets changed and it becomes asked, and the pronoun you changed into I, and ep is used here, and the verb like changes into liked. So because the reporting verb said is in past tense, that's why you like present simple will change into past simple, I liked. So the answer will be Mary asked me if I liked watermelon. Another example of yes or no type question. He asked, "Do you like to swim?" He asked, "Do you like to swim?" And if we change this sentence into indirect speech, the answer will be he asked me if I like to swim. Now look at some more examples of yes or no questions. Hari said, "Will you go with me?" Hari said, "Will you go with me?" And if we change this sentence into indirect speech, the answer will be Hari asked whether I would go with him. So look at the changes here. Said change into asked, so the reporting verb changes. Then whether is used. We can use if also. Then the pronoun you changes into I, then will changes into would because the reporting verb is in past tense. Then the pronoun me changes into him. So the answer will be Hari asked whether I would go with him. Another example is mother said, "Are you hungry?" Mother said, "Are you hungry?" And if we change the sentence into reported speech, the answer will be mother asked me if I was hungry. So look at the changes. Asked and you changes into I. If is used, then are changes into was because the reporting verb is in past tense. So these are the changes that take place when we change yes or no type questions into reported speech. Next is how to change WH question into reported speech. The first one is the reporting verb gets changed into asked or questioned. Asked or questioned. Then we need to change the question sentence of direct speech into a statement sentence or declarative sentence. Then the WH word will remain same. It means that there will not be any change of WH word and no use of if or whether as it was used in yes or no type sentence, but in WH sentence if or whether is not used. Then we have to follow the previous rules for changing the tense of the sentence. So the main important thing here is the WH word will remain same if or whether is not used and everything is as same as changing yes or no type question. Look at the example. Direct speech. Mary said, "What are you doing now?" Indirect speech. Mary asked me what I was doing then. So look at the changes. The reporting verb said changed into asked. Then the object me is used. Then there is no change of the WH word. What remains same. Then the change of pronoun you changes into I. Then the verb are doing present continuous changed into past continuous because the reporting verb is past tense. Then the change of adverb of time now changes into then. So the answer will be Mary asked me what I was doing then. Another example, Hari said, "How are you?" Hari said, "How are you?" And if we change the sentence into indirect speech, the answer will be Hari asked me how I was. Hari asked me how I was. One more example, Mother said, "Why are you crying?" Mother said, "Why are you crying?" And if we change this sentence into indirect speech, the answer will be Mother asked me why I was crying. Mother asked me why I was crying. Now let's discuss indirect speech for imperative sentence. So as you know, imperative sentence is a sentence which expresses an order, a request, a command, an advice, or a suggestion. For example, close the door. Please give me a glass of water. Do exercise daily. So these are some examples of imperative sentence. How to change imperative sentence into reported speech. The reporting verb gets changed into ordered or requested or commanded or advised or suggested according to the nature of imperative sentence. The nature of imperative sentence means if the imperative sentence is an order, then the reporting verb will change into order. If it is a request, then it will change into requested. If it's a command, then it will change into commanded. If it's an advice, then it will change into advised. If it's a suggestion, it will change into suggested. And before the reporting verb, to is added. So when we change imperative sentence into reported speech, before the reported verb, we use to. It means it becomes to plus infinitive. To plus infinitive. Let's look into the example. So look at the picture. Roshan said, open the window. Roshan said, open the window. So if we change the sentence into indirect speech, the answer will be Roshan ordered me to open the window. So look at the change. The reporting verb said change into ordered, then the reported verb open change into to open, to plus infinitive. To plus infinitive means to plus first form of the verb V1. So to open. So the answer will be Roshan ordered me to open the window. Another example. The teacher said, read newspaper every day. The teacher said, read newspaper every day. And it's an advice. It's an advice. And if we change this sentence into indirect speech, the answer will be the teacher advised to read newspaper every day. So more examples. The boy said, please give me a chocolate. The boy said, please give me a chocolate. So here the boy is requesting. So the answer will be the boy requested to give him a chocolate. Another example. The commander said, march on. The commander said, march on. So it's a command. So the answer will be the commander commanded to march on. The commander commanded to march on. Next is imperative sentence in affirmative and negative. Affirmative means positive sentence and negative is negative sentence. The teacher told go outside. The teacher told go outside. So it's an affirmative sentence because there is no use of no or not. The teacher ordered to go outside. And if there is negative sentence, the teacher told don't go outside, it's a negative sentence because you can see the use of not here. Okay, so in this type of sentence, if you change this sentence into reported speech, the answer will be the teacher ordered not to go outside. So if there is affirmative sentence or positive sentence, the reported verb will be to plus infinitive, and that will also be same in negative sentence, but before to not will be used in negative sentence. Now let's move into indirect speech for exclamatory sentence. Dear friends, as you know, exclamatory sentence is a sentence which expresses a certain feeling or emotion like surprise, joy, sorrow, or wonder. For example, wow, what a beautiful flower rose is. Hooray, we won the competition. So these are examples of exclamatory sentence. How to change exclamatory sentence into reported speech? First, the reporting verb gets changed into exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow, or exclaimed with wonder according to the nature of the exclamatory sentence. So the reporting verb will change into exclaimed with joy. If the exclamatory sentence is expressing joy, then it will change into exclaimed with joy. And if the exclamatory sentence is expressing sorrow, then it will change into exclaimed with sorrow. And if there is surprise, then it will change into exclaimed with wonder. And after that, the reporting verb, after the reporting verb, that is used. And after that, we have to follow the previous rules for changing the tense of the sentence. Look at the example. Rasmi said, "Wow, what a beautiful butterfly it is." Rasmi said, "Wow, what a beautiful butterfly it is." So if we change this sentence into indirect speech, the answer will be Rasmi exclaimed with wonder that it was a very beautiful butterfly. So as you can see, the reporting verb change into exclaimed, the reporting verb change into exclaimed, then there is the change that exclaimed with wonder, then that is used, and after that the verb is changed into was, it changed into was. So the answer is Rasmi exclaimed with wonder that it was a very beautiful butterfly. Another example, the woman said, "Alas, the dog is dead." So look at the picture. The woman said, "Alas, the dog is dead." And if we change the sentence into indirect speech, the answer will be, the woman exclaimed with sorrow that the dog was dead. So here said reporting verb change into exclaimed with sorrow because the dog is dead, so it's a matter of sad and sorrow. That's why the woman express her sadness. So the answer will be, the woman exclaimed with sorrow that the dog was dead. So the verb is changed into was because the reporting verb said is in past tense. One more example. Look at the photo. The boys are very happy. The boy said, "Hurrah, we have won the cricket match." And if we change this sentence into indirect speech, the answer will be, the boy exclaimed with joy that they had won the cricket match. The boys exclaimed with joy that they had won the cricket match. So here you can see the changes. You can see the changes. Have won, the verb is have won, so it's present perfect and it become had won past perfect in the reported speech because the reporting verb said is in past tense. Now look into some exceptional cases. If the reporting part in direct speech is a universal truth or scientific truth, then there will be no change of tense of the reported verb in indirect speech. Only that is used. Only that is used. So the rule says that if the reported part means the part which is there inside the inverted commas. So the part which is there inside the inverted commas, if that part is a universal truth. Universal truth means the truth which is accepted universally, the truth which is accepted worldwide, or any scientific truth. Scientific truth means if something is proved by science, then there will be no change of tense in the indirect speech. Only what will be used? Only that will be used. So let's look into some examples. Look at the example. My father said the sun sets in the west. So the reported part, the sun sets in the west, is a universal truth. It is a universal truth. So if we change this sentence into indirect speech, then the answer will be my father said that the sun sets in the west. The sun sets in the west. So as you can see, only that is used. Only that is used in the indirect speech, and all other things remain same. Another example. The teacher said, all floats on water. The teacher said all floats on water. So the reported part, all floats on water, is a scientific truth. You can also see on the photo, oil is floating on the water. And if you change this sentence into indirect speech, the answer will be the teacher said that oil floats on water. So only that is used, only that is added, and everything remains same. Hope you have understood everything. Thanks for watching.